Okay, I think we're ready to go.
Yeah, go ahead. Just share your screen and whatnot.
Yeah, so Jacob, you wanna share your screen?
Yeah.
All right. Okay. Hello, everyone. Our product is Gdsc 2.0. So let's get into it. All right. So what is our product? So this is our take on UTM's Google Developer Student Club website, also known as GDSC UTM. Pretty much, this is a student-led community backed by Google developers, which is aimed to empower undergraduate students who are passionate about software development. And it also allows students to connect with other students and mentors in their community to build solutions for real-world problems. And also what we added was that it's an outlet for hosting events and activities throughout the academic year that students can be a part of. And we built this website using React, Node.js, Express, and MongoDB, but we're going to get into that a bit more later. So what's new in GDSC 2.0? So as you can see, our new features include an application portal, a student login, an event page, a resource page, past projects which students can post to, an applicant team page, admin interface, user bug report, and dark mode. So let's meet the team. Hello everyone, I'm Saib Nanda, and I primarily worked on the front-end development of components.
Hi, I'm Dale Rodriguez, and I worked on the back end, setting up how we model our data and creating connections between the front end and the back end.
Hi everyone, this is Li Tao Chen. I worked on both front end and back end. The feature I mainly worked on was the admin panel.
Hey everyone, this is Vishay Singh. I worked on the back end, but also connections to the front end.
Hi everyone, my name's Stefan. I primarily worked on the front end in React with Litao and Sahib, mainly on the user view for resources and events.
Hi there, my name is Ahmed. I worked on both front end as well as back end. I mainly worked on login for users and super users, admins, using a token system. I also worked on the reporting bugs system, and also for visuals, I did the dark mode.
All right, so for communication, Discord is a tool that we used mainly for team communication at all times. So just general Q&A, sprint meetings, and resource sharing when we wanted to connect components. And so what worked well for the team, two things that we came up with were the product backlog prioritization and setting communication guidelines. So we felt that since we spent time properly arranging the product backlog and setting estimates, it really ensured efficient sprints. And our second point was refactoring. So we would review what features should be improved and what should be disregarded periodically, and that really helped the final product. And then also, yeah, setting communication guidelines. So when and where to meet for sprint meetings, as well as how often our group would meet for meetings. And then some difficulties that our team faced were that we could have spent a bit more time on documentation. So like updating the documentation throughout all the sprint would be better rather than majority at the end of the sprint. And then also we could have given more insight about specific components to other team members, especially when someone was working on the front end and others were working on the back end. And then also added some tasks that may have been too complicated for the sprint project. And these tasks had to be either dropped or become partially finished. And then task prioritizing and dependency analysis. So some of the tasks needed to be done in the first few days of the sprint in order to have enough time to complete other tasks. And we should have looked for this.
So for documentation, we created CRC cards, schedules, system design documents, UML classes, like we were taught in lecture. We also had a GitHub README that outlined how to use our project, and a Jira backlog and burn down charts for each sprint. We also started sprints by updating our product backlog on Jira and creating a criteria satisfaction for each task, so we knew that we completed it. We ended sprints by updating our system design UML classes in our GitHub README, and the general documentation was created using Google Docs, so all team members got updated regularly. This basically included the major components from the front end, back end, and the database.
So our software includes several main components, such as the nav bar, which links to all the other components, the register and login, which is for both the students and mentors, the about page to learn more about Gdsc UTM, the footer with different links to subscribing or contacting admins, reporting bugs, that sort of thing. Also, the application portal, where you can apply to be a part of a project or a mentor. And also the admin or general resources, events, projects are also components. So this is a diagram of our architecture here. So we're showing the two account and application models, and they're controlled by their respective controllers, and that connects to our 3 different views for user, admin, and application, and everything is controlled by the router controller.
Okay, so what tech stack do we use and what technology do we use? We use the Marin stack, which is pretty popular. It's MongoDB for the database, Express and Node for the web server and the API, and React for the front end. It's kind of a combination of the reasons we chose this stack. One of the reasons because we wanted to gain more knowledge on this stack, particularly because we believe that we will be using it a lot in the future. And also we are recommended to use it by the GDSC admins as well. So how does this stack interact with each other, interface with each other? Well, we have our front end in React. It proxies, we configure it to proxy our request to our back end running on a different port. So once it sends the request to our back end, we can use Mongoose, which can interface with MongoDB database easily, such that we can create our models in Node. And once our API responds or interfaces with the database, gets the data it needs, it can respond back to the front end with the appropriate data, which can then be fed to the user. So what techniques and challenges, or what challenges did we face and how did we solve them? We had two main challenges. The first one was connecting the back end and the front end. Because when we initially started the application, we kind of separated both the front end and the back end into 2 different sections and two different teams. So when it came to sprints 1 and 2 or 2 and 3, we had to connect the 2, and it needed a lot of collaboration between both the front end team and the back end team. So the solution we came up for solving this problem was for each user story that required both a front end and a back end component. We created sub teams such that the front end and back end individuals working on that specific user story could collaborate to create the integration between the 2. And the second challenge that we faced was error checking. When it came to submitting forms, especially for the GDSC application, there were a lot of form submissions, and there were lots of error checking to do both in the front end and the back end. So to solve the tedious work of this error checking, what we did was we created templates for the error checking such that instead of recreating them for each for every time we had to do error checking, we just modified them each time.
Okay, now let's show our demo.
Yeah. Starting our demo, I will be showing the first task that we're showing will be login. Before I begin, for all the dark mode enthusiasts, you don't need sunglasses or anything. We created a dark mode for your comfort. And for login, we basically in the application tab, you want to have to insert your information. If you have an account, if you don't have an account, you have to register an account. And once you enter information, obviously, if you put your wrong information, it'll be prompt. We created a token system. Once you are logged in, you can have a login token here, which is stored in the login storage. And we separated admin login from regular user login. For admin login, you'll have a different features added for being the admin. And once you log into the admin, you will have, for example, users are able to report a bug and admins can view the bugs and can edit and delete the bugs. And into the next feature.
Okay. Yes. Can you stop sharing your screen?
Yep.
Okay, so the next feature we wanted to do was we wanted users using the GDSC application, normally used to be able to access resources, events, and past projects for the GDSC club. So what we can do is so right now I'm logged in as an admin, so I have access to the admin panel. So from the admin panel, what an admin can do is they can either add a record or they can add resources, events, or past projects. So just for the sake of the demo, I'll go through the resources quickly. So if an admin wants to add resources, as you can see, it's already a resource here. They can delete or view it. So viewing the information. If they want to add a resource, they can add a new section, let's say JavaScript and a name. JS. So I'll just fill this in with dummy information. So once they add a resource, it adds it to the backend database such that the users, any user visiting our site can view that resource they just uploaded. So if I go here, this is the resource view for all users. It now updates the resources that a user can view with the section name, the section name, the actual name of the resource, the link, and the description. And also, if you, once the resources kind of fill up and there's lots of resources, users can also filter the resources out by a substring for all the information in a specific resource. So that is just the resources. And we also have events, so upcoming events and past events. So yeah, that's our second feature. Stop sharing.
I'm going to show our third feature is the admin panel. I'm just going to show the application management process. So this is the admin page. We have a filter that you can filter out the student applications by these categories. And each application is stored in 4 stages, and the application is stage 1, interview is stage 2, and the team matching is stage 3. Stage 4 just means that the application process is complete for that student. If I can view the student information here. If I accept it, it will be fed into second stage. If I apply the filter, I can see these members here. Accept it, and will be in the team matching page. If I create a team, then we select the team here to show all the members here. And now we can add the new member to the team. If we want to delete a team, all of the members will be add back to stage 3, which is the team matching page, team matching stage. And that's it for our demo. Is there any questions?
Any questions from the chat? All 17 of you, including me, that is.